Now onto the BMW S1000rr. This bike's been set up a little differently, but still has the stock components external. The stock shock, we left the preload in the normal position. We can take anything off it. We set rebound with batter's weight to right around number 6 or number 7. Low speed compression at 3, high speed compression at 1. Losail is a very flat track for the most part. There are camber changes, there are a couple of bumps here and there. So it's very important to have chassis balance, especially with this bike. I know because I rode at the rack runs all afternoon and made some changes to that. The shock is in the low position, not high. And so the shock we managed to get very, very good this afternoon, which you'll see shortly with Batter's tires. And then on the forks, stock is line number 5, and we went ahead and changed that for Batter to line number 3 because he's not a very aggressive braker, but still we want support under braking. And as you can see, we don't have all the preload in. We have quite a bit, but not everything. Now, one modification we made to Batter's forks was to put 15 weight oil in. We changed the order of the valving shins, but left the stock springs in there, and we made the oil level 90 millimeters. Now, when we started this morning, both with Batter's bike and Abdelrahman's bike, they were too stiff. So we had to soften them up a little bit, give them more flow, and the worst thing of all was that neither of them had any seal grease in them at all, so there was a ton of stitching in the front end. So braking gave up a lot of chatter. And from riding Abdelrahman's bike the whole of the afternoon here, if you brake and maintain pressure, there's no problem. If you brake, let go, and go for a second grab on the brakes, it will chatter like crazy. So technique-wise, with this bike, which is very unique in terms of the fork position, you have to brake once and hold the pressure. Do not release and go, because as we know from this bike, rake and trail, the trail especially, is way too short. And with stock triple clamps, you have to combat that. So just brake solidly and consistently, don't release and come back into the brakes because you'll get horrible chatter. So we'll do a walk around on the brakes, on the tires. Check wear. And now we have both camps satisfied, BMW and Aprilia, because there are a big war of words here between these categories. So we cover both bikes. There's some setup information for a track like Losail, very fast, somewhat flat, with a little bit of camber. But you can see from the tire wear, dialing the bike in made a huge difference to everybody's lap times. So we'll hear more about that from Applebee's in a little while.